I've seen my share of jaw-dropping moments, but nothing compares to the shock of returning to my family's Texas ranch after 3 years and finding a suburban sprawl 127 houses, no less, where my Angus cattle once grazed. Picture this: you're aching for the smell of cedar and the creak of your old porch swing, only to crest a hill and see a cookie-cutter neighborhood in its place. Then, the kicker, a woman I'd never met, dripping with arrogance, calls the cops on me for trespassing on my own land. This is the story of how I, Henry Caldwell, fought to reclaim my legacy from a con artist's empire. It's a wild ride of betrayal, justice, and raw audacity. Stay with me, because you won't believe how this unfolds. The Double C Ranch, carved from the Texas plains by my great-great-grandfather in 1885, is my home. I wasn't off on some joyride for 3 years. I was in Germany, caring for my sister, Ellen, who was battling a rare blood disorder at a Bavarian clinic. With our parents gone, I was her lifeline, managing her care and holding her hand. I left the ranch to my foreman, Gus Wheeler, a grizzled cowboy, better with a lasso than a phone. His occasional postcards notes about stray calves or fence fixes gave no hint of the chaos brewing. When Ellen stabilized, I headed home, heart full of hope, even splurging on a new resistor had in Dallas. The dirt road to the Double C was familiar, but something felt wrong. The air was heavy, and a strange hum buzzed. Then I saw it: the hand-carved Double C sign was gone, replaced by a gaudy faux marble arch proclaiming Silver Pines Estates, an elite community. My gut twisted. Silver Pines. Those were my pines by Coyote Creek. This had to be a mistake. I drove through, my old Ford pickup out of place amid identical beige houses with perfect lawns. This wasn't a stray barn, it was a full-blown suburb on my north pasture. I parked by a tacky community center, hands shaking. A golf cart zoomed up, driven by a woman in a hot pink blazer, auburn hair in a tight bun. She clutched a tablet like a shield. "State your business," she snapped, eyeing my dusty boots. "I'm Henry Caldwell," I said, voice steady. "This is my ranch." "What's going on?" Her red lips smirked. "I'm Lorraine Prescott, Silver Pines HOA president." "You're trespassing." "This is private property." I stared, incredulous. "I've got deeds back to the 1800s. This is my land." She laughed, sharp and grating. "Abandoned property. We've improved it. Leave, or I call the police." Her audacity hit me like a slap. "You built a town on my ranch," I growled. "You're the one in trouble." Her eyes narrowed, and she dialed her bedazzled phone with flair. "Police? Trespasser at Silver Pines making threats. Send someone now." Sirens wailed, too close, like she had them on speed dial. This was no mix-up, it was a heist. 2 officers arrived, lights flashing. Sergeant Frank Dawson, older and weary, looked like he'd seen too many HOA spats. Officer Miguel Lopez, younger, seemed eager but confused. Lorraine launched into her act, pointing at me. "This man's unhinged, claiming he owns Silver Pines." I leaned against my truck, calm. "I'm Henry Caldwell. This is my ranch, the Double C, in my family for 5 generations. These houses are on my land." Dawson sighed. "Got proof of ownership?" Lorraine scoffed, digging through a purse stuffed with energy bars and a dog-eared leadership secrets. She handed over papers. "HOA incorporation, county-approved plans, everything." I retrieved my documents from the truck, the 1885 land patent, deeds, tax receipts. "Here's my title, officers, clear back to the beginning." Lopez handled my papers like relics, eyes widening. Dawson frowned at Lorraine's documents. "These reference a quitclaim deed from Vernon Prescott." My heart stopped. Vernon, my great-uncle, died 15 years ago. His 15-acre plot was miles away. "Vernon's been dead since 2010, I said. "His land wasn't here. This is my main ranch." Dawson radioed for a check on Lorraine. Her face paled. "I'm a community leader," she sputtered. Dawson's voice hardened. "Mr. Caldwell's documents are solid. Yours reference a different parcel, and Vernon's deceased. Filing a false report is serious, building on stolen land is worse." The radio crackled. Lorraine had warrants for check fraud and impersonating a realtor. Her bravado crumbled. Lopez cuffed her as she wailed about her lawyer. Dawson turned to me. "You're not trespassing." Her call backfired. As they drove her away, her shrieks faded. I stared at the silent houses. How did this happen? I called my attorney, Walter Grayson, a legal titan with a fierce streak. "Walter, it's Henry. Someone stole my ranch and built a city on it." After a pause, he said, "You hit your head, Henry." I wished. This was worse than any nightmare. Walter flew in with a forensic accountant, Ruth Bennett, whose stare could freeze lava, and investigator Carl Dunn, a quiet man who missed nothing. At the county records office, Walter tore through red tape. Ruth uncovered a forged quitclaim deed from Vernon, notarized by an expired notary, Lila Monroe. The signature was a shaky fake, nothing like Vernon's. Blatant forgery, Walter grinned. Permits for Silver Pines were rushed, backed by Lorraine's shell company, Prescott Legacy LLC. Carl found the planning commissioner, Edward Norris, had a sudden taste for Vegas trips during the approvals. "He's our weak link," Walter said. "Gus, my foreman, broke my heart." At his cottage, he admitted Lorraine and her goons intimidated him with fake papers, claiming I'd lost the land. They bribed him to stay quiet. "I thought you weren't coming back, Henry," he said, ashamed. My anger turned to fury at Lorraine. Gus mentioned Elite Horizon Homes, the developer. Walter mused, "They are victims too, duped by Lorraine's lies." The town hall was electric. Homeowners packed the community center, fear and anger thick. Walter laid out the fraud, my deeds, Lorraine's forgeries, Norris's bribe. Elite Horizon's lawyer, Margaret Tate, admitted they were deceived and were suing Lorraine. A homeowner shouted, "Are we homeless now?" Walter calmed them. "Henry's fight is with Lorraine, not you. Your titles are invalid, but we'll find a way." I stood. "Folks, this is a nightmare for us all. You were lied to, like me. I want my land back, but I won't ruin you. Once this is settled, I'll offer leases or fair land sales." The court moved fast. Lorraine's defense was a mess bluster and lies. Lila confessed to notarizing for cash. Norris's affidavit and Ruth's financial trail showed Lorraine used my land as collateral for loans, funding her lavish life. The court voided the deed, reaffirmed my title, and slammed Lorraine with millions in damages. She faced forgery, fraud, and racketeering charges, trading her pink blazer for an orange jumpsuit. Elite Horizon offered buybacks to homeowners. Some took it, others leased or bought land from me. The Silver Pines sign came down, replaced by Caldwell Ranch North Pasture. The clubhouse became an agricultural center, and I brought back a small herd. Gus got back pay and my apology. The land's healing, like me. This taught me, grifters are bold, records are gold, and justice, though slow, prevails. I'm a reluctant landlord now, but we're building something real. What's your take on greed and injustice? Share in the comments. Where do you stand when power exploits the vulnerable?